If you
So we can start, Becky, if you want. Yes, start the recording and welcome to this beginning of the year call. I am here with my host, Heide Rose from Germany. That will be my host in a 3D body class that we will have not this week, next week in Germany. And the idea for tonight was something that is each year I am doing this by myself when the year begins. It's called detoxifying myself, my body, and my life for everything that doesn't allow me to create an amazing year. So that's why I wanted this time to have other people also on board with me, with us, in doing that. So I would like to share with you some of the things that I do almost each year. I started a few years ago that helps me. And if you want, you can, take some notice and start using some of that. So it will be more like I will speak a bit, and then when you have questions, you are welcome to address them. So I hope everybody here already did a bit of access. It's not only about the access tools, but mostly about the access tools. So first of all, what do I mean when I say detoxifying our life and detoxifying our body? So, we live in this world with so many things that are not nourishing us, starting with the mind, things of the mind, yes, thoughts, ideas, points of view, all kind of broadcasting things that come to our mind, which our mind is very receptive. We speak in access about 99% of our thoughts, feelings, emotions do not belong to us. Something, yes? You want to? Okay, good. So that's why I would like to start step by step addressing these things, these parts of our being that we get intoxicated with, and also opening up the possibility to start to nourish instead of being intoxicated with these things. So, what do I mean to be intoxicated? Yes. So, how many thoughts did you have today that didn't encourage you to have a better day? And how many thoughts did you have today that made you looking forward your day? So this I would call like things that are toxic for us, thoughts that are toxic for us. Yeah, so we have some tools in Access to address this part of the thoughts that we have that are not benefiting us in creating our day, in choosing our day, in experiencing our day. So we all know about the bars, which is an amazing technique to release all these energies from the mind, from the brain. Yes, we all know about that. But beside that, we also have the tools. Who does this belong to? And beside that, we also have the possibility to look at what we are creating with the thoughts that we are entertaining. So another amazing tool is to start to notice what is going on in the mind. So I invite you to do that, to start to pay attention of the thoughts that are coming to your mind. And to ask yourself, are these thoughts nourishing me and my day and the possibility, or are these thoughts putting me down? Yes, we know from Access that we can use words to create our life. So we can use this tool, like we have in Access the questions, using words to create possibility. We can use this tool to create a day that is amazing. Yes. So we have these two things. One thing is to pay attention to the negative thoughts and ask, who does this belong to? And also to start to use words to create what we like. We all know these questions: who am I today, and what grand and glorious adventures I will have? Or the question for tonight: what are the infinite possibilities for tonight? How can this contribute to have a better life, to create a better year, a more filled with ease, joy, and glory year, day, week, month? Yes, so we address a bit also the mind. Yes. And also when we speak in Access about when we embody, we don't embody only the body, we embody the full reality. Yes, the entire reality. In fact, all realities. So beside the mind, we also have these things called emotions. Yes, and feelings. We all know about feelings. And guess what? There are some feelings that raise us up, and there are some feelings that put us down. Yes, we all know when we meet with good friends, hopefully like we do tonight, we become happier. Yes, we get connected with other people that, maybe are going in the same direction as us. So it expands our way of connecting. Yeah, so it's not putting us down. It's just opening us up to receive from each other, to learn from each other. Yes, so this is a way how we can use to nurture, to use our connections and our feelings, yes, not to put us down, not trauma and drama, but to raise us up, yes, to open up us to be more aware, yes, to be more aware of what's possible, so to be more aware of possibilities. And also we know many of the feelings are locked into the body. So the people that already did body processes or body classes know that many of the body processes start with elimination and eradication of. And many times it's thoughts, feelings, emotions locked into the body, or many other things that are locked into the body. So body processes are an amazing way to detoxify the body from everything that was locked into it, that we chosen. Lies, yes, we have lies, we have what we speak in Access, Big Five, we have platforms, we have thoughts, feelings, emotions, we have judgments, we have what we call this reality: matter, energy, space, and time. Yes, so we lock into our body all the things that we make matter. Yes, what matters to us, we start to solidify it and lock it into the body. Yes, so this is another thing that we can start to detoxify in the way that we release it from the body, and then we add the tool, interesting point of view, that can help us not to do that anymore, not to lock us, the body, with these thoughts, feelings, emotions, matters, judgments, lies, and all of these things. So this is another thing that we can start to look at: detoxifying, eliminating. yes, like a toxin from our body. And then we have the energy body, what we call in Access subtle bodies. Yes, so we all know that when we go into a mall, yes, shopping center, we start to feel sometimes overwhelmed. Yes, why? Because in our energy field, all of these energies from everybody else start to show up. Yes, so we have this in our world, and for this also we have some tools. So in Access, for example, for this situation when could be overwhelmed with so much from around us, we have the tool to expand like the size of the whole planet for those of us that are more energetically aware. And then you'll start to observe that you have more ease, yes, with everything that you are perceiving. So that would be, in a way, in the moment, detoxifying the energies that are around you and that you are aware of. That some can be yours and others can be other people. So this is another amazing tool to start detoxifying, eliminating these things from our energy field. Or you can do it like when you are in Japan and you go in metro and there are so many people close to one to another. Then what do we do? Sometimes another tool is to shrink your energy field to the size of your body. This is what people are doing, in fact. In many places, when they are in crowded places, most of the time, they shrink their energy body, yes, the subtle body, in this, yes, like the size of the body. So when you are not so much, the things that are around you are not so loud anymore. So these would be two tools that help you detoxify or not to be affected. And then there is another tool to nourish your energy body. And what would that be? For example, when you are in nature and when you are safe to open up and be with your energy exactly as you are and receive so much from the trees, or if you are in the ocean or in the water. Yes, we all know. We open up and our body receives, start to receive, and our subtle bodies are starting to receive. So this is a way that we start to nourish. Again, the idea here is how can we, with everything that we choose each day, how can we nourish us, the body, and the possibilities of our day and our choices?
Do you have a ritual, Carleta, to do that?
To have a ritual to do what?
To nurture your body? Is there something that you do on a regular base, or are you just in the question and you
Yes,
go
I
every
have
10 seconds?
I have many tools. That's why I do this call, in fact, because sometimes we just want to live in the moment, but we are not prepared. So, for example, I can give examples for my life. For example, I live in the middle of the city where is the most crowded. It's so crowded where I am. And I totally love it. I love to be in this place. I love to have all these amazing things around me that I have. But also, there are very, intense energies all the time. So I had to find ways for me to be able to live in this place and also to be nourished by it. So I have some things that I put it myself on abonnement. I have one abonnement that, contribute energetically to my house. I clear the house from time to time. Yes, so I have all of these things, and my house feels like very nurturing, no matter what is around me. Yes, which I enjoy, but they are very loud. So
And
there
what
are,
do you mean with the abonnement, what that you have for your house? What exactly are you doing with
uh,
your house?
I met some people, for example, that can offer some energetic raising of buildings, or
Ah, I
clearing,
see.
or things like this. It's full. The market is full with all kind of devices. Some people use things that, the sheets for the bed. They use it and it helps them, to sleep in something that is nurturing. So that's why each of us is different, and different things will work for each of us, and we are attracted by different things. And when I do that, I don't do it like, like I feel that, oh my God, I am affected by all these things. No, I'm always looking, how can I make my life easier? How can I have things that contribute to my life, energies that help me, propel me, instead of me working hard with my body to detoxify these things? Yes, which you can do, each of us can do it naturally. How can I support myself with all kind of things? And because you said ritual, for how many of us, when you go and have a bathtub, and put some oils and your energy field, expand. Or you have a tea or a nice music. That's why I said part of us, it's also the environment. This is another part of us. And the environment can be the close environment, meaning the house where you live. So start to look in your house and see which objects, which things from your house nurture you and which one don't. And in fact, put you down. In fact, maybe there are some memories that are brought up when you look at some things. Maybe you don't like how it looks and you don't feel good with it. So start to pay attention at everything that is around you. We all know when the house is clean and everything is very well organized, we feel so relaxed. At least I feel. That's why you have to find your way. Maybe some people feel nurtured when everything is a mess. I don't know. We are different. I don't know how it's for other people.
And it's also very interesting how you can really ask each item that's in your room, each furniture, each piece of deco, each thing that you use in every day to contribute to you, or ask, hey, are you a contribution? Would you like to contribute to me, or would you like to own someone else? So
Yes, and also sometimes, each year, and I love that is the beginning of the year, each year we look at the next year to be greater than the year before. So some things you have to look at the things that I have now. Are they like compatible, or are they resonant with what I would like to have? So maybe it was for last year, some things that I had around me that are good. But what I would like to open up to this year, maybe these things are not good anymore. They are not like the energy that I would like to bring into my life into this year, this new year. So that's why I invite everybody. And recently I had such an amazing realization with a friend of mine. I have a small painting made by a friend after a postcard because I like how it was looking. It was somebody with um, red hair, and I will show it to you. Just one moment. I hope you can see it. Ah, you cannot see it. Maybe a bit. No? Like bit. A bit. Yes? Okay. This is a painting with red hair. Yes, very unusual. And I have it in my house, I think, for 4 years. And then one day in December, I just looked at it and then I said, oh, This is my friend from Turkey. I have a friend in Turkey that has exactly this, and I show it also to her, and she said, "Wow, that's me." So this is how much what we have around us influences us all the time. Yes, and people from Turkey know her already. Yes, probably. So this is how what we have around us will start to show up in our life. So I invite you, if you like a different kind of year and environment around you this year and in the future, start to look around and see what doesn't match what you are looking for, what is not resonant with what you would like to have. And I have this thing almost everywhere I go in hotels. My first time when I go there, I don't like it. Even the best hotels, my first time. So I had to write down and to remind myself or to have somebody to remind me, just sleep one night and tomorrow it will be different. Because even if I am the one that is choosing the hotels, until I put my energy into that room and become resonant and I own that room, I am not feeling good. My body doesn't feel good. But I learned some tricks. Now, what to do to clear the room, to put things that are mine, to put flowers. And then all of the sudden, the room changed. Yes. So these are things that we can do, and most people that are so easy to do, and most people don't do it. And what is the benefit of it? Because I feel so good into the room, yes, in that room. Everything, my body feels good, feels home. Yes, it feels safe, it enjoys, it has beauty, it has whatever I appreciate. So then I can perform better, I can have better time. I have this well-being. Yes. So these are some things that you can start to look at and start to bring into your life. So start tonight, start to look around you and see what's going on and see what you can change. Yes, and when I say resonant, resonant is something that we call in Access following what's light for you. Yes, so when you look at something, if it start to, yes, open up for you, you feel light, expanded, opening up, that's resonant for you. Yes, that's following the energy of you. And if it's not, that's not you. And can be that some people, that's why it's not easy sometimes to live with people, because if they don't have the same like you, yes, you have to adjust you, or sometimes give up some parts of you to be able to have you, to have your space. So if you live with other people, I just invite you to look at what's possible. Maybe you start to negotiate some things, some parts of the house or some common areas to have you and your reality that nurtures you. These things, I cannot tell you how important they are. Yes, sometimes we just get by with our days and we don't pay attention to the things that nurture us, the being and the body. Because also the body, what clothes do you use? Do you put on yourself? Does your body like it? Yes, so you have to start to pay attention to that. That's also part of the environment. Do you put the clothes for you and your body, or do you put it for other people? Do you do it for you and for other people also? Can you also include you and your body? Is this resonant with what you would like your life to be? Yes, so these are some awarenesses that we start to have and start to create different. And when we have so we spoke about the environment, when we have the building where we live in, we have the neighbors. We have the city that we live in. Yes, we have the earth. So if we start to pay attention, how is my body in this neighborhood? Is this supporting, nourishing me, or not so much? And if it doesn't, what can I change? What can I change here? The country that you live in. What can you do for you to feel good in the country you decided you will live for a while? How can you support it? Is it nurturing for you? And if not, look at it. Are you blaming? Yes, because we can do some things even when you live in in other countries, maybe for a while, but it's not what you like to have. We can do some things. Yes, we can look at if we have judgment, if we have the destructor influence of blame. Do we blame the people that govern the country? This takes us take out our power, our energy. We have less energy when we do that. If we blame people in our life, yes. Environment also mean what are toxic behavior of people around us, toxic energies, and how do we connect with people? Do we connect with people in a way that nurture us? Or do we connect with people in a way that put us down? And here is so good that we have the access tools. So it's not always that you get rid of the people in your life. Sometimes it's also that you don't uh, spend so much time with people that are not nurturing you, your life, and the possibilities. But also you can look how you connect with these people.
And isn't it also a little bit your own point of view and your willingness to receive if someone is nourishing or not? Like, if how often do we stop receiving from others just because they did this one thing or that other thing that we did not appreciate? And then we bring up our walls and barriers and we stop receiving. And as soon as we lower our barriers,
Mm.
all of a sudden they become more nurturing. Or what I love to do during the classes, like pulling energy. And if there is someone you really dislike, if you just imagine that person to be a conglomerate of molecules, atoms, and quantum particulates, then all of a sudden people can receive from the energy that holds all of this together. And then everything changes between them and the other person. So
Yes,
maybe it's really that our point of view creates our reality. And one of the tools to change something is lower our barriers and start receiving more.
yes, it's true. And in the same time, some people function more from negativity. They are like in bed in like their way of being in the world can be more negative. But if we are interested in point of view, and if we start to what you said, to connect with them in a different way, like we don't let them to lead our interaction and engagement, but we are the ones that we are leading towards how we would like it to be. And if it doesn't work, we just move away. So it's also acknowledging that we also can create the kind of interaction that we would like to have with people. And it's not that if somebody function more from negativity, it should be like this with us. Maybe with other people it function like this, but because you are more aware and also aware of other possibilities of engaging, you don't go on the route that you go down and it's not nurturing for you. You start to connect with the person from possibility. Yeah, so this is a way that we can do, but that means we have to know what we are looking for. we like our day to be, our interaction to be. We made this choice and we don't let it be less than that. Yes, so that would be the clear choice, and also the awareness that we can uh, detoxify our interactions with people, which is very sometimes can put you down if you are not aware and on the creative edge. It can, can go in a different direction. So this is another thing that you can do, yes, with people around you. And it's possible. Yes, we can do it. We have the tools. If you know the tools of access, put down the barriers, interesting point of view, and also choice in the direction that you would like to go. And if it doesn't work, go away. Yes, go away. Change the energy, leave, do something different. So yes, this is part of the environment. So relationship, it's a big one. Yes, it's so big that we get not nourished. And in the same time, we can look at the possibility what nourishes, what kind of relation and interaction and places are nurturing to me and my life. Yes, so this is the moment where you start to know yourself and know what nourishes you. If it nourishes you to go to a museum or to go to a park or to, during a day to have your time to have a cappuccino or a meal or something, to buy flowers, to go in a flower shop, you have to know you and what works for you and what nourishes you. Because it's our life. If we do not enjoy totally each day, why are we alive? Yes? If it's not about the joy of what can we, how much well being can we have? Why are we alive? Yes? So we can do that. That's another thing that we can use our environment to nourish us. And you have to discover what nourishes you and do that. Add that to your life. If you would like to have a fulfilled life, a life that makes it easy for you to live, yes. And when we come to the physical body, we didn't speak about the physical body. And here there are so many things that we can do. But the first one and the most important one is start to have a relationship with your body. And yes, I know we speak in Access about communion, but most people don't know what that is. So start with creating a relationship with your body. What does that mean? Exactly like with a person. Start to be curious. Start to pay attention. Yes. With your partners, you became curious. Yes. If you have a lover, first you become curious. You look in their world, hopefully. You are willing to look in their world. You ask questions. Yes, you see what the point of view of the body is. Yes, what the body tells you. You pay attention. Everything that has to do with the body, you ask the body. Meaning food, yes, how you dress, sleep, where you live, all of these things. Who do you have sex with? Who do you touch? Who do you receive a session from? Which doctor you go for, if you go for doctors, which products, which food, which drinks are good for your body. All of these are questions that we ask the body and open up to start to receive the information from the body. Here we are so damaged many times because we didn't listen to the body, we listened to the mind and points of view of doctors, specialists, therapeutics that told us things about us and our body, and we didn't check it out with the body if that's true for us. If that is something that applies to the body. So again, that is the main co-creator in our life. It is our body. We all know when the body is sick or doesn't feel good, it's not a joy for most of us that are not so advanced like other people that can live happily with intense pain. I'm not that person. Yes, I like my body to feel good, to feel energized, to feel relaxed, not to feel pain. Yes, and this is how I can create more. If the body is like in pain or suffering or not well and not energized, my creation is not so amazing. Yes.
And thank God we can choose every 10 seconds and we can change our diet, or we can drink more, or we can do a soul scrub, or we can run body processes, right?
Yes, we have so many things, like again, for the body, we have so many things that we can contribute, starting, yes, with what we eat. If we see some, we hear some diets, ask the body, try it out and see how the body responds to it. So this is, I would say, the most important thing is to really start to get the information from the body, and it's a work in progress thing. None of us is perfect of it because we didn't practice so much. But the good thing, if you start today, tomorrow it will be better, a bit better, and the same the next day and the after next day. Yes, so these are some things. And also start to listen to the body, which is very different when listening to the mind. Body has an energy that we can start to listen. Yes, and this is the same to when I was speaking about the mind. What if we start to listen to the silence that is way louder than the thoughts in our head? What if we start to put attention on the silence, which is way more nurturing than to put attention and let the thoughts to be louder than that? And this is something that we can do. That's why I love the body classes, and I invite everybody to run body processes and to participate at least once a year, if not twice, to 3-day body classes. Because you listen to the body, you listen to the sound of the body, the sound, the energy of the body. And it's not chatter. The people that participated in classes, they know that it's not easy to think during a 3-day body class because it's mostly silent, mostly the sound of the body. And bodies are communicated with each other, but not through sound, not through words, but in a different way. Yes, so this is something else that you can start to look at. How can I start listening to the silence, and what can open up from the silence for me? It's an entire new universe that can open up when we start to pay attention to the silence that is there all the time. And it's way louder than whatever the minds or the feelings or the emotions are broadcasting. Yes, so, and in this way, we not only, we speak about detoxifying because we receive all of these things from outside, from the environment, from the food, from everything, but we also are the ones that are broadcasting. Yes, all this world is creating by also all of us with everything that we broadcast. We broadcast emotions. We broadcast energies outside of us. So sometimes we can look at also what kind of nurturing energies am I? Or am I toxic energies? Am I bringing toxicity into the world? Yeah, so this is another thing. If we all want to live in a world that is more pure, not so toxic, yes, and more ease, joy, and glory, the energy of nurturing and beauty, and all of that. What are we broadcasting? What if we start to put attention also on what we are doing, what we are putting outside of us? And this is another thing that we can start to become aware and change. And last thing that I would like to speak, and then I open up for questions, it's about the habits that are toxic for us. So what are the habits that you can start to become aware of that are not nurturing for you, your body, the choices that we make, and the future you create? So what kind of habits do you have? Habit can be the way of always thinking negative. Yes, this can be a habit. This is not you. This is a way you learn to be into the world. And how can we have the tools, the clearing statement, and also the choice, which is the most powerful one. When you see yourself that are doing that, maybe you start to say the mantra and change the energy. All of life comes to me with its joy and glory. All of life come to us, you, body, environment, with its joy and glory. All of life comes to me with its joy and glory. Or maybe you have other habits that are not nurturing. So maybe you start to put these habits on the paper. Maybe you have habits in regard to money. We didn't address this huge, totally new, yes, aspect of our life that can bring toxicity to us or can bring nourishment. So start to look at your relationship with money, a nourishment for you, or it's something that puts you down. And how can you change that? That money start to nourish you. This is, from my point of view, this is why we have money. Yes, to help us create nourishment, to have a life that we can nurture the body, the mind, the spirit, all of us, the being, yes, to nurture us. That's the target, us and people around us, yes, that we can contribute to, and projects that we can contribute to. So this is another aspect that you can start to look at this year. Maybe you start to create your relationship with money as a nurturing one. That it's money are your co-creators in the future and world you like to see. And now I think I said so many things that I would like to see if people have questions in regard with what I spoke, and we are open for questions or feedback or anything.
Do you get your bars run on a regular base, or do you go to body process exchanges on a regular base, even though you facilitate so many classes?
Yes. So, what I do, I sleep with the 3-day body manual and advanced body manual close to me somewhere. At one point, I was having it under my pillow when I changed that, and I have it around me. So if I wake up in the middle of the night and I cannot sleep, I don't force my body to sleep. I just start doing bars or a body process. In regard with what you said, if I had my bars run, for example, when I facilitate a class, most of the time I don't have my bars run because my body cannot stay still any second after one day being still in the class. So my body needs movement, so I have to listen for it. Even if I try to put it, it will not stay. But then what I realize it happens when I go to sleep, my bars start to run. Yeah, so I even cannot keep my eyes open because all this energy start to run. But this is something that my body learned in time to do that. And then, of course, sometimes I really need bars. For example, last 2 weeks ago, I had classes in Turkey, and I had 3 day body class, and in the evening, I had a true lady class. So we had evening class. So when in between, I needed my bars to run. Yes, because it was a lot on me. So I had my bars run in the second day. And I take care to be in advanced body classes most of the time, twice a year. Yes, I facilitate body classes myself, and sometimes I do swaps with people when I meet with them. But again, I always have the manual with me or the body processes. So that's part of how I live my life. And I always play with it. Sometimes I also record it myself with body processes written, and I had it run all night long. So I always follow the energy and I am open to different ways. And I never said that this is the only thing, access body processes are the only thing that my body needs. Because sometimes my body doesn't need body processes or bars. It needs a nice concert. Always need beauty around it. Good food. Yes, all of that. So there are so many other things that nurture me and my body. And yes, the body processes are helping me a lot, and they are part of my life all the time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else has any other questions or remarks or comments? Becky, how are things going? Thank you. It's your first time. When are you are translating me? Thank you so much. Thank you. Anybody else? If not, I think there are many things to start to ask ourselves and start to implement if you want. Yes, this conversation was more like an invitation for you to look at all of these aspects that many times we don't think about. Yes, and we do not include, and start to make some changes and also some choices, new choices that can start nurture you, your body, your mind, again, the possibilities that you create with the mind, with the words, with what we speak. Yes, with all of that. And how can we create an amazing year? And how can we use everything that we already have? We have so many tools. We have the possibilities of participating in classes. We have so many possibilities. So how can we use the ones that are fun for us and attract us and make sense for us to choose them? And again, these are the times when I think we need to choose a different reality, because I think I came here to live and create a totally different life than what I see around me. And now is the time of this shift. Yes, a turning point, a pivoting, let's say, in a totally different direction with the world. And it starts with each of us. And then it compounds, and then it adds, and then it starts to show up as our world. Yes, so join the party of possibilities. Yes, the ease, joy, and glory, no matter how the outside world looks like. Now is the time for us to choose different and to move our life in a totally different direction than what we see outside. Yes, so if it's peace inside of us, and I think we have a peace body. This is what I think. I think the nature of our body is peace. This is the foundation of a body. That's why in a body class, the level that we get to most of the time, the second and the third day, it's this foundation of peace. Yes, it's like a peace body. It is peace, space, peace, relaxation. So if we start to be more of that, that will show up as peace in the world. So I think that's more fun than what I see that is happening now, that I do not blame, but I choose different. So I invite everybody, do not blame what you see around you. That is not nurturing. Blaming is not creative, it's not nurturing, but choosing different will create a different future. So we invite you to join us in Germany if you want to say anything, Heide Rose, about where we are going to meet next week. And we also have probably people in German Zoom. Yes.
Yes, we do. So, well, I'm in South Germany, in Southwest Germany, 2 hours away from the French border, 2 hours away from the Swiss border, 3 hours away from the Austrian border, and in not too far away from Stuttgart, but still in a very nice area with a lot of nature around, with a river. We have a castle too, and it's a very nice place to actually go for a vacation. And if you would like to come and explore how amazing it is to be in the 3 day body class and how much the area here contributes to your body, you're warmly invited.
Yes, yes. So check out which classes are appropriate for you. Always ask your body. And now you can create that. If you choose it, you can create it. Again and again and again, I discover that choice creates. So, for example, I wanted to go to Elugar. I chosen it, and on the New Year Eve, I was in Elugar, and people are asking me, "Oh, how can I go there? I just chosen it." I said, "I will be there. Elugar is calling me. I will be there. That's it." So when things start to rearrange, I started to make the choices, and the universe contributed. And
Yeah,
that,
sometimes it's really asking the place to contribute and asking your body, hey body, you would like to go there? Could you please get me the money? Could you
yes,
create the money for me that it takes to travel there, to have accommodation, to pay for the class, to have delicious food? Yeah, we have a lot of wonderful restaurants around here with most delicious food. So,
yes.
ah,
That's why I open this conversation because many times we think we have to do it alone. But it's not true. In fact, we create this with everything. We create this with the environment, with the earth, with our body. So all our choices, everything that we would like to accomplish in life, is not something that we do by ourselves. Or it's way easier when you realize everything can contribute and ask for it and be open. That's why we have this conversation, what will be nurturing for you. And we spoke about all of this. We can use the mind to be on our side and nurture the choices we like to make. Yes, we can use that. We can use the body to help us to get there with total ease. Yes, especially it's a body class or a place that the body can't wait to go. Yes, the body will contribute. We can use people around us to be our allies to get there. So you have to see which are the people that encourage you and know that it's possible if I choose it and contributes to you. So use also the energy of other people that are willing to contribute to you. The environment, the earth, the places, everything. Yes, we do not create by ourselves. We create with the entire universe all the time. Yes, so ask the money to be a contribution to you, to nurture you and your life. And give up everything that is not ease, joy, and glory. Drop it. This is the beginning of the year when we can drop everything that is not ease, joy, and glory for us. The energies, the emotions, the feelings, the words, the belief systems, all of that. Can just decide I dropped all of that. I drop all of this. Just new choices. So thank you everybody, and especially for translator and Heather Rose for putting this together, and everybody that joined. So let's.
Thank you, Carleta, and thank you, Becky, for translating for the Germans in the other Zoom.
And
And
German
thank you,
people,
everyone, coming
hello.
here.
We didn't see you. Hopefully you saw us or you will see us. And let's create an amazing, amazing year together. Yes, we are together in this. Nobody is alone. Only if you choose to be alone and that's fun for you, do it. But if not, just know there are people that would like you to have everything that it's fun for you to have in your life. Thank you again and see you somewhere next time.
Yeah, thank you.